So I've got Adam and Tessa with me today, and they're just going to talk to us a little bit about how their experience was on the pre-marriage program. So, what did you think about coming to do the program at the start when you heard that it was part of the process you'd have to complete?
I thought that it was going to be very long, 7 hours for 2 weekends in a row. Thankfully it's taken some time, but it's certainly been a benefit to it, and given us things to think about that we hadn't even realised were things before, so there's been some benefit to it for us.
And you, Tessa? Were you keen to come, or
I was sceptical. I know I'm very committed to getting married in the Catholic Church, and Adam has been wonderful in agreeing to do that with me.
I can take or leave it.
We've got different opinions or backgrounds, I suppose. But yeah, I was sceptical. I wasn't sure how much was going to be purely religious or doctrine, and how much was going to be about our relationship and tips and tricks. And we've actually been using stuff from last week over the week, and it's actually been, I think, really good.
Fantastic. I'd say that probably you were like every other couple in that regard, that maybe one is Catholic and the other one not, and at least one of you not so keen to come. If you had to pinpoint it down to a few things, what could you recommend, or what did you gain from it? What did you learn that was useful?
I think what we sort of gained is an idea of the normalcy of our relationship, and that the stuff that we, our little trials and tribulations, are not so different from anyone else's, and that's quite reassuring, because often when you're talking to your friends, you're either seeing them and the grass is greener, or you're hearing about them and the grass is a lot browner. Whereas, everyone just seems to be going through a very, very similar thing, regardless of their background. It's a little bit scary and intimidating, but...
You found out you were normal.
Yeah, effectively.
And for me personally, the highlight was the communication inventory at the start. Again, I was like, oh gosh, a survey on him. I don't even know his favourite colour off the top of my head. But it was much deeper than that, and it was an opportunity in a mediated space to just chat to each other about things that it didn't become confrontational. It was really awesome, actually. And I got a lot of value out of that, talking through, future plans and things you haven't even considered when you're just going about day-to-day life. So that's been great.
Did you enjoy this sort of one-to-one contact in the first part?
Very much. We had a very, very nice man who was, he really did just let us talk, and then, when there's something that we didn't sound confident or reassured in, he was the first one, I think, who, said, no, this is exactly what happens between my wife and I. You guys are doing just fine. That's all right.
Yes, and
don't panic about anything.
We left the room feeling so much better than when we went in.
It
was.
Yeah.
We had a lovely coffee afterwards and talked about it, and it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah. Great. So, all in all, in a nutshell, you would say that it was a positive experience and worth doing. Would that be fair?
Definitely a positive experience. If the only benefit you were to get from it was that it would make you think about things you haven't done yet, it would still be worthwhile. But it was worthwhile beyond that. It's just, I think, nice to be, particularly because of organising weddings and that sort of stuff is so stressful.
Yeah.
It's all, in some ways, it's like a minor degree of support group about it, because you can say, so if you guys had to go through the whole invite thing, had to go through this bit, had to go through that, and then we'll go, yep.
So shared experience with other couples.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's been lovely, just chatting about all the stresses, and again, they're not unique to us, although sometimes you think they are.
Yeah.
So it's been a very positive experience, and I'd actually recommend it for people who aren't religious as well, just because I don't think many couples get an opportunity to do this in this day and age.
No, I think that's true. If you're not sort of forced into it, you might never do it.
Yeah, so in a way, we felt pressured to do it, but we've got quite a lot out of doing it, and our wedding's 2.5 months away, and I feel really prepped emotionally as well as details now, so that's great.
Awesome.
It's been good.
Thanks very much for your time.
No problem.
Good.